lives would be transformed if we made it a priority for everyone to make the basic needs for everyone available to lead a stable and productive life. We have normalized xenophobia and racism in the way we discuss issues of immigration and racial inequality. We have accepted the idea that people trying to come to this country for a better life don't have the same basic values that we do. We have accepted as fact the struggle of rural Americans trying to make ends meet is somehow different from Americans in urban areas trying to be the same. We focus so much on our differences, or how those differences make us true Americans, that we don't understand that our embrace of the underlying sameness of the human spirit and condition is an American value in itself. In fact, it is a value that people must embrace the world over if we hope to move forward as a species and not destroy ourselves in the process. The fact of the matter is that Dr. King understood that the evils of this world are intertwined in such a way that no one movement would serve to address them. His Revolution of Values speech underscores that the evils are so great that nothing less than a complete transformation of society could help to overcome them, which means creating a greater focus on doing what's right for the common good in our personal and political and social lives. This realization makes us come full circle because we have returned to the three evils that Dr. King fought so desperately to eradicate. They are persistent, but the good news is that, as humans, we can learn from the lessons of the past and try our best not to make the same mistakes. We can speak out against hatred towards our neighbors just because of his or her race, nationality, and gender. We can stand up against poverty and refuse to accept that any human beings deserve to live a life of purely subsistence, especially in a rich nation like ours. We can condemn unnecessary conflict and hold our leaders accountable when they don't live by the values that we have come to believe are American. We can do this because when we rise up together, like they did in Selma, Alabama, crossing that bridge in 1965 and refusing to bend in the face of terror, when we rise up like Dr. King did when he marched with workers in Memphis to demand better jobs and for better pay for an honest day's work, social progress is attainable. We can rise up and create a better society together because that's the only way forward. Moving towards the inheritance of humanity, which has always meant collaborating to innovate, protect, and explore together. When we rise up and stand against the evils that Dr. King mentioned in his 1967 speech, we will keep pushing humanity forward, and no other method will do. We've got no other choice. We're in this together, and it's up to everybody to put their hands on the wheel and steer the course of history to bend towards justice. It won't do it on its own. The potential of the human race is only limited by the extent to which we don't come together and solve our problems collectively. The time is now to get to work and not only eliminate injustice wherever and whenever we see it, but to put forth a vision of a better future where the world's abundance will be shared by all that call her home. And that work can start right here in Ohio, right here in Newark, and it already has. If Dr. King's legacy was to rise up so long as injustice continues to plague the world, then let us make sure that we never sit down again. Our collective future depends on it. Thank you.